Hey, what's going on, collectors? Miguel here from Toy Quest 101, and on this episode of That Geek Statue Show, in honor of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the quarter-scale Deadpool statue from Kite Studios, thanks to our sponsor, Spec Fiction Collectibles, and that episode is going to start right now. Hey, what's up, collectors? Miguel here as always, and welcome to this new episode of That Geek Statue Show right here on Toy Quest 101. Now, like I mentioned before, guys, in honor of the highly anticipated Deadpool and Wolverine movie, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Deadpool quarter-scale statue from Kite Studios, thanks to our sponsor, Spec Fiction Collectibles. Now, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to Toy Quest 101, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now, Deadpool debuted in the 98th issue of New Mutants back in February of 1991, and I'm really excited for this statue because when this statue came out, they only made 400 of these, so this was really hard to get, but it was a highly anticipated statue, and a lot of people consider this being one of their favorite Deadpool statues out there. Now, this statue, again, they only made 400 of these. It's a quarter-scale statue. And like I said, it's an older one, but a good one. So let's get to unboxing it. All right, guys, so here he is. Deadpool is out of the box and on the table, and he looks fantastic, guys. I love the base. It's super busy, has a lot of little Easter eggs. I love his pose. I thought it was really cool. I love the fact that he's punting a zombie head of Deadpool. I thought that was awesome. I love the swap outs. I love the texture, his portrait. There's all kind of things that I absolutely love about this statue. They packed a lot of details into this quarter scale piece. Now, there's also a lot of things that really frustrated me, especially during the assembly process, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, because it actually kills it for me and it brings up a lot of concerns, which we're going to talk about. Now, the first thing out of the box is this assembly sheet, which I thought was cool, but it really didn't do anything for me. It just served as a reference because there's really no place to put half of these things, which we're going to talk about when we talk about the base. Now, the cool thing is on the other side, there is a print of Deadpool, and that I love because I love to display prints or artwork with my statues. Aside from that, it does come with a stand and the COA, and you could interchange this print in the stand and display it with your statue, which I absolutely love. Brownie points there. And this is something that I always appreciate as a collector, that companies add, are the gloves and the brush to handle your statue. You could never have enough of these, so thank you for including these. Now, Iron Kite Studios isn't really around anymore. Like I said, this statue is an older one, but it is hard to get. It's 400 ES, it's a rare one. A lot of people really love this statue. So we're really gonna dive deep into the things that I love and the things that I absolutely hated. So let's talk about the statue first. Now let's talk about this base. This base is super busy. I absolutely love that. You guys know that I love bases that stand out, right? And this is one for me that stands out. It's full of Easter eggs, super busy. I love that most of these crates say it's Tony Stark, Stark Industries, right? I thought that was really cool. You know, throwing a jab at Iron Man and the Avengers. So you're going to see a lot of Stark Industry logos around this. You know, he's involved with the military and stuff. So I thought that number one was really, really cool. I love the ticking time bomb. It has an LED feature. You know, it has the speaker with the noise when it counts down. And it does have batteries. It's 3 AAA batteries. I do not like that it has batteries. I wish it was USB powered, but you know, you can't win them all. But I think I love LED features and other things like that. When it's added to a statue, for me, it just gives it more value, right? I love that about that. Now, you're gonna see a bunch of different little accessories that during the assembly video that we put together on the base. So now the good thing about it is that you get to customize this kind of the way you want, right? You get to put these little things here and there wherever you want, wherever it makes sense. So when you have it on display, if you wanna put more things in the front, that's cool versus having things in the back where you're really not gonna see. The downfall to that, guys, is that there was no peg holes, there's no magnetic bases, there's nothing for that to put some of these accessories on. And anytime I would turn this or bump into it or assemble it, things will fall. And then that's when things start to break. So you gotta be very careful. If you guys get this or have this, you can't be really moving it around. You got to be careful where it's at because things aren't secured on the base, and that for me is a red flag, guys. So although the positive thing is that you can kind of customize it and put things where you want, the downfall is you got to be very careful because things are not secured on the base and they can fall. So let's talk about the accessories that are on this base. Now, one of the coolest things that I love are these huge machine gun bullets that are kind of sprinkled onto the base. You saw that in the assembly video. I thought this was cool because it gives it that military feel to this base, and that's what this base is. It's just a whole entire military stack of bombs, of missiles, all kinds of stuff, and it's on top of a like desert base. Now let's talk about that desert base. You're gonna see the rocks, the cracks, the crevices, the color applications look good. And again, it's just a pile of military things. So let's continue with those military things. I love these huge missiles here. These missiles are really cool. There's 2 of them, and it has the decals of like those old school fighter planes with the teeth on them and the face. I thought that was cool. You got 2 of them here. And again, they're kind of just placed on the base itself. One is magnetized to the bottom of the base. That's about the only one. But again, it just gives it that military feel, and I thought that was really, really cool. Now, I absolutely love these Deadpool grenades. The paint applications look good. The details on all these accessories are really good, guys. These are heavy accessories. They're not done cheap at all. And these are cool because it does have the Deadpool emblem on it as well. But again, these accessories are all really, really good. Now you're gonna see these giant bullets here, which are cool. They're gold and silver. There's 3 of these kind of scattered around the entire base as well, but these are neat. And aside from that, of course, the ticking time bomb, which we talked about earlier, I love that. The LED feature is really, really cool. Again, that's not keyholed, it's just kind of placed on the base. But if you look around the base, you're gonna see mines, you're gonna see like ammo crates, you're gonna see briefcases, you're gonna see generators, you're gonna see like dynamite, TNT, you're gonna see the wood crates, the ammo crates as well. You know, you're gonna see all these different types of bombs and stuff, which are really, really cool and adds to that military feel, right? On top of that, they added a little bit of touch of Deadpool because a lot of these things have like hearts on them or they're spray painted with, you know, Deadpool's emblem. Again, some of them say Stark Industries, which I love that because it's a jab at Iron Man. And you're gonna see, you know, happy faces and spray paint all over. I thought that was really cool, but they did an amazing job with all these different accessories and stuff that they have on this base. I absolutely love it. But again, it just gives me anxiety that most of these things are not keyholed or are not magnetized and they're just gonna fall off, right? So that for me gave me a lot of anxiety and it kind of killed it for me because this statue looks really, really good. Now let's talk about the big Stark Industries briefcase up here. That's really cool. Again, you're gonna see a lot of graffiti on there. You're gonna see a wood crate here that's open. And what I loved about that one is that it had hay inside and you could put different ammo in there. So it looks really cool, right? I love that too. And then of course you got the giant missile launcher right here that Deadpool is on. This is cool because it's really big. And you're gonna see a bunch of graffiti on there as well. XOs, XOs, you're gonna see BAM. And of course you're gonna see a flag coming out the end. I thought that was really, really cool. Again, they just give it these little touch of Deadpool and the comics in it, even though it's a military base, right? I thought that was really cool. And who else is crazy enough to be playing on top of such a pile of explosives, right? So this is really, really cool. Now, this is where this kind of killed it for me. Now, this missile launcher here is a separate accessory that's keyholed into the Stark Industries briefcase, right? Then you have Deadpool that's keyholed into that accessory, that's keyholed into the base. So really, it just gives me a lot of concerns because number one, leaning issues. Number two, you have his leg that's holding up his entire body, keyholed into an accessory, which is the missile launcher, which is removable, that then it's keyholed into the base. You know what I mean? So that for me just gave me anxiety and just killed it for me because I'm really worried about how long this is gonna last before it breaks. And that's my major concern with this statue. That's really what killed it for me because when you look at the statue, it's amazing. We're not even done talking about it. There's so many positive things about this statue, but between where it's keyholed and standing up and all these loose accessories, it kind of killed it for me, guys. So really big downfall. I know Iron Kite Studios isn't really around anymore. They do have some great products. We did the Apocalypse Wolverine, absolutely love that. I really love this Deadpool. It's not like I'm gonna get rid of it. I like it, but that's a big concern to me. So even though it's rare, even though it's 500 ES, that's something you wanna consider. Now guys, if you have it in display, right, and you know you're not gonna touch it, and you're gonna remember that all these accessories are loose, fine, nothing to worry about, right? But for me, most of my statues, they're magnetized accessories or they have keyholes, so they're not gonna just fall off unless you really, really bump into it, right? So that's where my concern is kind of just like, oh my goodness, it's gonna give me anxiety. But let's talk about Deadpool himself, right? Deadpool looks super cool, guys. His pose is crazy, right? I love that he's punting a Deadpool zombie head. Now this is magnetized, as you can see here, and this head looks really, really good. The details on this head sculpt are really, really cool. It's a Deadpool zombie. You're gonna see here that his cowl is broken on the bottom, torn open. You're gonna see the zombie jaw and mouth, and the details are crazy. His eyes are almost like glass eyes. It looks really, really good. It almost looks like a skeleton underneath the cowl. The sculpt of the cowl looks good. The color applications look good. You're gonna see all these wrinkles and parts of his head that have like show some movement, even though it's a stationary head sculpt. But this looks really, really good. A lot of wrinkles, a lot of crazy things. This is awesome, guys. This I absolutely love, that he's punting his own Deadpool zombie head. I thought that was awesome. Now, Deadpool himself looks really, really good, guys. The color applications are amazing. The textures on the sculpt look really, really good. You got your red and black classic costume for Deadpool. The boots look good. The tread watch looks good. Look at that tread underneath the boot. You know, you have his shin guards here. You have his all these pockets and stuff on his belt. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. You're gonna see here his Deadpool belt or belt buckle here in the middle. You're gonna see another pockets here and stuff, and you kind of have like a belt laced around his thigh. You have a sword or a big knife here on his other leg. I mean, there's so many details when looking at this. I thought was really, really cool. His head and his portrait that's on his Deadpool body looks really, really good. It's a serious face. You know, he's not like, you know, he's got his one eyebrow up and stuff, but he's like ready to fight. And I love that this came with swap outs. You got the two guns here. Obviously, you got a big gun and a small gun. And then you have the katanas. Now, these katanas are metal, guys. This is really cool. It's not some cheap stuff. All the accessories on here are really well done. And of course, you could go ahead and swap them out with the different hands that he has and put the katanas there. Me personally, I'm probably gonna have them with one katana and one gun, probably the bigger gun. I thought that was a cool thing, and it's, you know, good to have best of both worlds. But overall, guys, not only is this statue rare, but it just looks really, really good. I think they did an amazing job with the looks of this statue. But when it came to designing the statue, I think there's a lot of flaws, especially where he is key holding. And again, all these accessories that are kind of loose on the base kind of killed it for me, guys. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's really up to you if you guys want to get a hold of these. Now, there's other Deadpool statues out there that I think for the price probably are better because they're safer. And some of them, I think, in my opinion, look better than this. Even though this is up there, I really think this still looks really, really good. And if you have it, you're going to be pleased with it, I promise. It looks good. Again, I'm not going to sell it. It's going to go on my display. I just got to have a note somewhere saying, hey, a lot of these things are loose, right? It's just going to give me anxiety, I'm telling you. But other than that, again, I love the base. I love the LED feature, the ticking time bomb. I love that the base is full of all these accessories. I love the swap outs. I love the fact that he's punting his Deadpool zombie head. I love the guns. I love the swords. Really, there's nothing that I hate about the statue as far as what it looks like, except how it was made is what is really driving me nuts, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you have this already, let me know in the comments if you've, suffered any breakages or anything like that from some of the accessories falling off. Let me know if he's still holding strong, if there's any leaning issues or anything like that. I'm very curious to know if somebody has this. But other than that, it's a great solid statue, guys, and I hope you guys like this review. Make sure you guys check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to Toy Quest 101. We'll see you guys on another episode. Bye, guys.